This is step 5 of fixing a low market value problem. If you're watching this step, it means that you weren't successful on step 4 with your second go around or second try at the informal conference with the property appraiser's office. So at this point, Mama has said no, so we're gonna ask who? We're gonna ask Grandma, right? So Grandma is what we call the value adjustment board. Now don't be scared, it sounds scary. We're gonna call it the VAB board from here on out, but VAB boards are really there to help you. Everyone sort of recognizes that it's really hard for a property appraiser to suddenly, on January 1st of every year, simultaneously come up with accurate values for tens of thousands of properties in counties. There's counties that have hundreds of thousands of properties. So the value adjustment board procedure, it is set by the state. It's the same for all counties in Florida. It's there to help you when we think that there has been a mistake in valuation. So what we're gonna do, if the property appraiser said no at the informal conference, is you wanna make sure that by the drop dead date that we talked about, which is usually around September the 10th, officially it's 25 days from the date that the trim notices were mailed. And on your trim notice, it will say what that drop dead date is. By that date, do not let that date go by, you have to file your value adjustment board petition. We file that petition on a form called DR 486. That means it's promulgated by the Department of Revenue for the state of Florida. So you can click and see a DR 486 form, and we'll walk you through how to fill it out. It's pretty simple. You basically say, I think there's been a mistake and I have reasons to believe it should be this. You put down what you think it should be. You file the form. It's a filing fee of about $12. It's not very expensive. And some counties are still in the Stone Age. You have to actually go down and file this in person or do it using snail mail. Other counties are more up with it, and you can do this whole process online. If you just Google value adjustment board and then your county name, it'll come up and you can do a little looking around, and it'll be links to the forms, and you can see whether you can do it online or whether you have to do it in person. But whatever you do, make sure that you get the form filed no later than that drop dead date, which is about September the 10th.